Hi, it's Pedram Ra. Now, change is what this recording is about. What does it mean, change? I know that's something that I have accomplished. I also, furthermore, most believe that it is very difficult to change, because it was very difficult for me to change. But I had to change. I was tired of living that life that I was living. So I changed. And what that meant is that I had to change the way, many ways, that I was behaving. And then I wanted to know, well, why is it that I am behaving in these ways? And how is it possible for me to change the ways, many ways, that I am behaving in order for me to actually change? Now, let's just remember, my loving friends, I've already done this. I've done it. I've been there, done that, and I'm now here as a different man. I'm different. I'm a man, and I'm very different than the ways, many ways, that I used to be. So, Pedram Ra, how did you do it? How did you do it? How did you do it, Pedram Ra? Well, thank you for asking, because I did it, made those changes within me by changing the ways, many ways, that I was thinking, you know? So, Pedram Ra, what does that mean? You change the ways, many ways, that you were thinking in order for you to change in the ways in which you are. Now, so the way I will reply to that is that my thinking used to be an outcome of this system I was a part of. This system was happening automatically based on what it is that I was perceiving, I was observing, the ways in which I felt about what it is that I saw, what it is that I felt in any way possible, and what it is that made me believe that I was okay with observing, being that which I'm observing and being. So, Pedram Ra, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, when I used to go about my days, and when I used to partake the many different experiences that I partook, I automatically felt as if I was as a part of this show. So Pedro Amra, what do you mean? What kind of show are you speaking of? Well, this show was where I was. And I was the main character of this show. And everyone and everything else that I ever observed in any way were other characters inside this show that I was a part of. And then I came to realize I am actually the maker of this show. You know, I initially said I'm the main character of this show, and at the same time, I'm like the director, the producer, the whole crew of this show. And so I came to believe that I am the totality of the manifestation of this show that I am now as a part of. So Pedram Ra, are you telling me that you were the main actor in this show? Yes. Pedram Ra, you're also telling me that you also were everyone and everything else inside this same show? Yes. So Pedram Ra, how is that possible? Well, I really had to lose everything. I had to lose everything that I ever had. And after I lost everything that I ever had, including my own internal beingness, meaning I had to lose my mind, my brain, my ability to think, which all comes and is guided by the brain. Let's remember. And so I lost it all, and there was nothing I could do on my own. What do you mean, Pedram Ra? What do you mean there was nothing you could do on your own? Well, great question. I could not do anything on my own. I was severely brain injured, and after having been severely brain injured, look it up, severe traumatic brain injury was my diagnosis. And when you have a severe traumatic brain injury, and I had been in a coma before that, and before the coma, I had engaged in a very traumatic car accident where everything was destroyed, including me. And so I had to go through all of that in order for me to come to realize that the life that I was living before all of this was not really an accurate perception of me having been going through it. So Pedram Ra, are you saying you were living in a lie? Well, that's only depending on who's the one answering it. And since you're asking me the question, no, I was not living in a lie. It's just that environment that I used to live in and out of was supposed to change. And so in order for that change to come about, I had to go through something that I just expressed upon you, and afterwards I was like brain dead, and so I've had to get to where it is that I am today from that place that I just described. And it was that process that enabled me to realize that the mind is a lot more powerful than the brain. The brain is only knowledge within that brain. So that's all it is. Whereas the mind governs everyone and everything. So there's a lot more than just the brain. So if that is the situations, many situations that I have had to undergo, then I came to realize that I need true salvation. So, Pedram Ra, why did you need true salvation? Well, I required it because nothing else could help me. No one else could help me. Because everything, everyone, and everything else only told me that I was going to be that way for the rest of my life. And I could not accept it, and my family could not accept it because they remembered me from before my injury. And they knew who it is that I was. I mean, my mom and dad gave birth to me. I'm their amazing son. You know, I have siblings. They're amazing too. But I'm the champion. You know, I am the champion that actually underwent this process in order to liberate myself first from the mind. And then, now that I've done it, my passion and joy and goal in life is to liberate others. Wow, Pedram Ra, this is amazing, brother. You're phenomenal. You're spectacular. How are you planning on doing this for others? Well, when life got really hard towards the end, after I had discovered meditation, I further meditated and I created this course called The Divine Child, a path to a liberated mind. And this guided me to liberate myself from the mind. And when I did that, I saw a whole new world that had just opened up to me. Thank you, Pedram Ra. That was amazing. Thank you for asking. I love you. Have a great day. Peace. 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 Peace.